everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah Davis. I am the co-owner of Woodridge Homestead, and today I'm going to show you guys how to very easily make butter yourself at home using just 2 ingredients. Now, I have done this tutorial once before. I did it earlier this year. That was back before I knew a little bit more about video editing. So today I'm going to show you guys with better quality and better sound and more step-by-step on how to do this. So I just thought I'd update this little tutorial for you guys. So the only thing that you're going to need for this is heavy whipping cream. You don't have to use salt unless you really want to. If you're trying to cut back on sodium, you don't have to use it at all. I like to use sea salt right here. Pink Himalayan salt is my favorite to use. I just don't have that on hand today, so I'm just going to use the sea salt. You can use regular table salt, just whatever you have is perfectly fine. Alright, so I use a stand-up mixer for this tutorial. You can do this at home with kids if they're bored, if they want something fun to do. It takes a while, but you could use a jar and some marbles or some dice. You can actually put the heavy whipping cream into the jar, and you can put in the dice or the marbles, make sure they're nice and clean, and then put the lid on the jar and then have them shake it. Eventually, it takes a while, but eventually as they shake it, the heavy whipping cream will become butter. And it's a really fun experiment to do if you need a science experiment for your kids at home, or if you just want to keep them entertained for a while. You can definitely do that. But today I'm going to do it a little bit faster, and I'm going to use my stand-up mixer, and I'm going to use the whisk attachment. So all I need to do, I get my heavy whipping cream, I'm going to shake it up and pour it into the bowl. Now the amount of heavy whipping cream you use is going to depend on how much butter you really want to have. We don't go through a whole lot of butter, so I'm just going to use what I have left, which is probably about 2 cups. So I'm going to put this onto my stand mixer, my whisk attachment. Alright, so I have my mixing bowl in here with the whisk attachment. I'm going to lock the attachment, the mixer here. And I'm going to turn this on. You don't want to turn it on too high or else the milk will splash everywhere. So it's going to mix. You can turn up as it mixes. So here we go. A little bit more. Now, alright, so this here is the whipped cream stage. Not quite butter yet. I'm going to go ahead and scrape the sides here. You'll probably have to scrape the sides once or twice when you do this. There we go. It just makes it a little bit easier. And it's almost there. There we go. Make sure it's locked in tight. Alright. Turn it back on and continue beating until you see the buttermilk. Back up a little bit, there you go. And you want to keep beating until you see the buttermilk being separated from the heavy cream. Alright, so I beat until the buttermilk separated from the heavy cream, so you can see the buttermilk actually dripping off of the now butter. You get that off. Now, after you beat to this stage, you need to drain out the buttermilk. Alright, now that the buttermilk has separated from the heavy cream for the butter, I have my handy little hand sieve right here. I'm going to put here. Now I'm going to drain out the buttermilk from the butter using the sieve. You want to get out all the buttermilk, because if not, then your butter will go bad and mold. So we're going to drain it out as much as we can. Now this buttermilk you can save. I would not throw it out. You can save and use it. You can use it for baking. You can use it for frying chicken. That's what I usually use it for. Usually it'll keep up to 2 weeks in your refrigerator. There we go. I have never bought buttermilk in my life. I've always made it either with milk and vinegar, or I have saved it after making butter. Alright, so now what we're going to do is I have this cup here, and it has ice water in it. We're going to pour the ice water into the butter. Push up your sleeves here, make sure your hands are clean. You're going to squeeze the butter. This will help to get out the rest of the buttermilk. There you go. So as much as you can. And then pour into here. Okay. And keep repeating this process until the water ends up running clear from the butter. This will also help the butter to harden. One more time. Alright, so the water now is running clear, which means I got out all the buttermilk. So I'm going to get a clean bowl, and then we can add in the salt. So I got a bowl here, put the butter in. You can add in however much salt or how little salt that you want. I don't use a whole lot, just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of a flavor. Then you just mix it with your hands. You can use a spoon if you want, but if it's just for you, I don't see the point. Just use your hands. It saves on dishes. Alright. Then just put it into a jar. And you're done. Then we'll get a second jar. These are just repurposed glass jars from buying things in the store. I don't like to throw away glass ever. So I save them to put leftovers in or when I do things like this. Alright, and pour the buttermilk from the butter into here. Put the lid on, and you can use this for up to 2 weeks. Just keep the lid on, keep it in the refrigerator, and you are good to go. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you check out all my other videos on homesteading for beginners. You can click the subscribe button underneath. That way you can stay up to date on all the videos that I do. Catch you guys later.